What's up, everybody? I'm James, and this is my new YouTube channel. This is where I'll be doing more of like world reactions, or thoughts, if you will. I'll be talking about stuff that's going on outside of my little bubble or cave. Videos to where I'm going to learn what's going on in front of y'all, with y'all. This new generation, man, something's going on to where money is the only thing that seems to be important with dating or relationships or anything, to where it doesn't matter who you are, what you are. As long as you make that money, you can get some of that honey. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and check out this video. I have no idea what it is. I just seen it on the trending page. So let's see what it is.
How much money should your man make a year?
8 figures.
8 figures.
Ideally.
Ideally, my husband needs to be making like $650,000.
Over $500,000. Over $500,000.
For you? I'm sorry. That was mean. That was mean. That was mean. That was mean. That was mean.
$650,000.
Over $500,000. Over $500,000.
$500,000?
2 million.
I'd say like $1 million.
I'm thinking about a mil.
They probably $6
How you gonna come on here with that hat on,
I'd
though?
say like $1 million.
I'm thinking about
How, bro? For what? Like, what are you gonna get? She don't cost no million.
a mil.
They probably 6 figures minimum.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely 6 figures. 6 figures.
Look at these people. Like, hold on.
They probably 6
Look how young they are.
figures minimum. Yeah, definitely.
Look. I don't know the age of this one right here, but young and already wants 6 figures minimum.
6 figures. 6 figures.
Young.
I think 6 figures is definitely
Young.
decent. So if you're out there and you make 15 million or better,
She might need
Is that-
15 million in skincare. Stop, James. That was mean. That was mean. That was mean. We're gonna get through this, guys. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through. You got a nice smile. We're gonna get through this.
so if you're out there and you make 15 million or better,
Is that bad?
Where's the guy segment at? To where the guys are asking for 6 figures.
So obviously all of these people are completely detached from reality and have no idea on how the world actually works,
Right.
or even just how basic math works for them.
It's like they're raised. It's like Instagram raised them, right? Because Instagram, you see the best of the best in people's lives for the most part, right? You're not gonna take a picture of you struggling. You take a picture of vacations, fake purchases or whatever, right? So I think Instagram is raising this new generation.
That matter, since not only are they requiring high 6-figure salaries as minimums to live off of, they are also demanding 7-figure salaries from men in order to consider dating them, as if $500,000 is just slumming it. And thus, this creates the question, what does it even mean when women say, I don't date broke men?
we should
Broke men is anyone who don't make 6 figures or 7 figures at that.
This creates the question, what does it even mean when women say, I don't date broke men?
We shouldn't be dating that broke guy with all the sweet words.
because I think
That actually hurts my feelings because I am that broke guy with the sweet words. Yo, that's insane. Like I told you in the beginning, doesn't matter who you are or how nice you are, if you don't got that bag, it's out of here. You lost before you even started.
We shouldn't be dating that broke guy with all the sweet words.
because I think it's selfish to be broke.
40K?
40K is a deal breaker.
That's a deal. That's like, oh, absolutely not. No way. Under no circumstance.
No.
If you're broke when I meet you, you don't stand a chance. Because
What's broke to you? What is defined broke?
you make less than double what I make.
You make less than double than what I make. Wow. And her face at the end, dog.
You
Hold on.
make
Hold on, look at her face.
less than double what I make.
Boom, look at her face. Like, she stands 10 toes down on that one. Like, she said no wrong. No wrong. And look at his face. Look at old boy's face. He's like, I don't know what he's thinking, but wow.
So this is exactly the clown show we're dealing with. Now, I touched on this in a previous video where I said that broke these days doesn't even mean being in debt with no income, and this girl just literally said being broke is making less than double what she makes. So if we zoom out of crazy land for a sec and take a look at some basic numbers from the United States Census, then we see that the median income for men in 2021 was around $61,000, and for women it was around $51,000. So by her definition, that means that every single guy making less than $102,000 a year is considered broke, which is well over the majority of men. However, most women think that making $100,000 is easy and that everybody's making this in their 20s.
Because of Instagram or social media, everyone's walking around thinking, like you see like a whole bunch of get rich quick things, buy my seminar type deals. Like, so we're led to believe that everyone who's making those videos got it. But that's not the case. So everyone thinks that they got it. Like, oh, all these people making these videos, they seem to got it, so you must have it.
I'm 20, so maybe a good 75K right now.
75K?
Yeah, right now. And then 25, it should be like 150. And then 25, it should be like 150.
How much do you think your guy should make?
You should be making the same amount as me.
Same amount as you?
Yeah, I've made 95K in the last month.
Doing what though? And can he do that? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
The last month, 95K, you think the guy... Yeah. Okay, what do you do?
I underwear.
See,
I wasn't far off. I wasn't far off. I knew it was something that only women could do.
guys, just sell your undies online and you'll be making $95K a month ASAP. I don't know why you broke guys aren't doing this.
My underwear don't look sexy. You know what I'm saying? If I try to sell my underwear, I'm probably gonna get in trouble.
You'll be making $95K a month ASAP. I don't know why you broke guys aren't doing this. Anyways, back to reality. Since the US Census actually cuts off at $200,000 because, you know, common sense, and because only around 11% of all US households make more than $200,000. So that's both men and women combined. Households make more than $200,000. So that's both men and women combined. Which just shows you how extremely delusional it is to expect a guy to make a minimum of $500,000 or even $1 million just to support you and your crazy spending habits.
That's
because
insane.
Ultimately, that's what it all boils down to.
To take you on vacation,
Offer you a credit card or give you a wage.
buy you a nice gift.
A Pagani BC.
How much is that car?
I don't even know. Probably at least like 1.5 mil for sure.
Oh my
at
God.
least.
Take you to nice hotels.
Something more realistic that I would get. Maybe like some sort of like F12 Ferrari.
I may be tripping, but these women right here that's talking in this segment don't look good at all. And then asking for like a $1.5 million car. You look like you got hit by that $1.5 million car.
Stick that I would get. Maybe like some sort of like F12 Ferrari.
Wait, hold up. Her realistic backup car is the Berlinetta F12 Ferrari, which starts at around $250,000.
Backup car.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, right? By the way, drop a like on the video if you think that this generation is completely delusional, and comment down below what you think. Now, I'm not against buying expensive things that you've worked hard for and want to enjoy, just make sure you can easily afford them and not put yourself in a financial mess. However, that's not what's going on here, is it? Because in this modern dating madness, many women just want to...
And this is what I'm talking about. What I said about the Instagrams raising this generation. You get people like this posting videos on Instagram or even YouTube, right? Or social media. And when I say Instagram, I mean social media, okay? But you get this, like, and any female that's like into bags and shoes, they're gonna see a video like this and they're like, all right, I want that. And then I'm not sure what this video says, but I'm pretty sure she's like a trophy wife or something, right? Maybe she's with a man that makes that money. So she probably explains that in her video, which makes other women who see the video, who wants what she has in the video, want the man who could afford that. Maybe.
to be given a $250,000 car or a crazy expensive engagement ring, because when it comes to spending, then all of a sudden they want to be traditional again.
How much should a wedding ring cost?
$62,000.
We'd agreed no more than 3 months of income on his end.
I think a wedding ring should cost as much as is in your couple's budget, but mine personally is going to cost around $600K.
600K.
For a ring, you're literally walking around with $600K. Like, you feel safe walking around with that, right? How would you feel safe walking around with that?
But mine personally is going to cost around $600K.
600K.
Either Tiffany Co., Cartier, anything expensive where you could see like a mile away.
Anything like she started naming some brands, and then she's like, you know what? Anything expensive, and you have to see it a mile away. If they see it a mile away to be jealous, whoever's looking at it, whoever's looking to steal it, could see it a mile away as well. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but how would you feel comfortable walking around with $600K on your hand?
Times his salary.
Jesus is what I said. Jesus is what I said.
Okay, first, can we get a moment of silence for the guy who's dating the last one? I mean, the intensity with which she said 2 times his salary. It's as if it's the most normal thing in the world. RIP, bro. Because
I might be tripping, yo, but look at these women's faces. Like, bro, she look borderline crazy, bro. Like, look at her. Like, she's looking at him. She's smiling, but her eyes aren't smiling. Like, her eyes are like, you better answer you better answer correctly. Like, they're like kind of crazy. You have to be crazy.
I mean, the intensity with which she said 2 times his salary. It's as if it's the most normal thing in the world. RIP, bro. Because there is no way that this type of spending stops at the ring, and I'm sure that this dude is probably wasting a lot of money in that relationship. Anyways, moving on, because we have to take a closer look at what's driving all of these insane beliefs, and of course, this brings us to social media.
Hi girlfriends, and welcome back to Claire Banks Style, where we talk about luxury, handbags, travel, fashion. I just want to preface this video by saying that I did not purchase all of this. Like, you know, I don't date broke guys, so I don't.
What did I say? What did I say? I said that I'd never watched this video. I don't know how she got it, but I'm pretty sure I said it. Go back. I said it, and I haven't even watched it yet. Wow.
Not purchase all of this. Like, you know, I don't date broke guys, so I don't date broke guys, so.
The biggest problems with social media is that it's normalizing things that are absolutely not normal. 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds buying their first house, that's not normal. Going on holidays 4 times a year, again, not normal. Buying a $250,000 car in your early 20s, that's not even close to being normal. Neither are $1,000 handbags, $500 shoes, or eating golden hamburgers. Even people with generational wealth refuse to spend their money this way, but somehow social media has convinced women that if a guy is unable or unwilling to spend in this manner, then he's broke and you should definitely not date him.
This is what's happening, and I stated that already about what, 6-7 minutes ago.
Unable or unwilling to spend in this manner, then he's broke and you should definitely not date him.
Would I date a guy who brings in $40,000 a year? There's nothing wrong with not wanting to be with somebody because of how much money they make.
Obviously, if someone hasn't got any money, they're not going to be taking you for luxury holidays. They'll be taking you to Tenerife at most. They won't be taking you to Bali or the Bahamas.
Now, this is all part of a larger effort on social media and news outlets to constantly shame men.
He's not going to get me a tiny ring. Yeah. He's going to work 500 jobs.
Into
I think the wrong people are in position of. I think the wrong people are famous sometimes. I really do. I think the wrong people have a platform. People like this shouldn't have a platform at all. The man has to work 500 jobs to get you your ring because you don't want a small one. That's weird to me, and that's weird how people like. Preach, yeah, say it, girl, say it. Are you kidding? Like, kill yourself to get you a ring that does nothing. You know what I mean? It does nothing.
men
He's not gonna get me a tiny ring. He's gonna work 500 jobs.
into spending like idiots on dates, expensive meals, and luxury gifts. Don't buy into
Girl gonna get you shot.
because cheap dates are perfectly fine and actually the best way to find out if you even like each other.
The experience of the date, not how much it costs. Like if you had fun, right? I think a better way to see if you want the person is to strip down all that. And maybe just broke people say that. But I'm saying, like, if you want to see that person, strip all that down and see how that person is at the bottom to see if you like them. Don't all this fancy and flashy, that's not even like showing them who you are. It's showing them what you could afford.
Because cheap dates are perfectly fine and actually the best way to find out if you even like each other. If you go on this amazing over-the-top date costing hundreds of dollars, is it even the person that you're liking, or is it just the date itself? In Europe, it's perfectly normal to go out on a cheap coffee date or drink date in order to get to know the person and see if you actually have chemistry. But in the US, you see this heavy emphasis on elaborate.
What do you mean only in the US? Come on. I would disagree with that. It's not only in the US. Maybe.
Person and see if you actually have chemistry. But in the US, you see this heavy emphasis on elaborate dates.
Trying to tell you, all these people look crazy. They look crazy to me. They look mental.
So I think coffee dates are the worst kind of date you can go on, and here's why.
Why I don't believe in coffee dates, why they are a waste of time. Do not go on a coffee date.
It's extremely low effort, low value, and ironically, it benefits the man and not the woman.
How?
With the connection.
It's coffee.
You keep hearing these gold-digging influencers talking about how a guy should invest in you from the start, otherwise he's not worth your time.
Men fall in love through investing in women, especially masculine men, right? So
Invest in what?
Masculine means investing. That's masculinity. So you're not masculine unless you're willing to invest. Men fall in love through investing in women, especially masculine men. You're a man based off the size of your wallet and how much you're willing to spend on the woman.
men fall in love through investing in women, especially masculine men, right? So
invest in what? If I buy an S&P 500 ETF, I know I'm getting an 8 to 12% return for life plus dividends. What the hell am I getting buying a girl a $300 dinner on the first date? Sounds like a horrible investment to me. But hey, maybe that's just me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Now, the women who want a guy to make at least 100k or more claim that this is only for taking care of the family, not because of frivolous spending.
For me, like, it's not about, oh, let me buy me this or take me here or do that. Like, I have every intention of building schools in Africa, building schools in Africa.
That sounds good and all, but you think she's lying because she's on a podcast? I mean, nobody wants to look bad on a podcast. I mean, some women just don't care. But when you're on a podcast and you got cameras rolling, of course you're going to say that.
Of building schools in Africa, building schools in Africa.
Right, so you want a rich guy so you can build schools in Africa? Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, even if the household income easily exceeds the 6-figure mark, but the guy doesn't make 6 figures himself, then that's still not good enough. This mindset is so mental and completely exposes the big fat lie about how independent women are and that they are now making their own money and they don't need men. Sure, women might make their own money, but a majority of them still don't want to spend it on essential things for the family or on the person they're dating.
I don't want any of my income to be needed in the family.
Then you're not a family person. Easily said. Then you're not family material at all. So for a woman to say that, that's wild. That's wild to me. You know what I'm saying?
Any of my income.
It's missing that family bone.
Needed in the family.
Selfish.
I want the man to be 100% the supporter, but
Wild.
that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna work and I'm not gonna have my own business.
Our money is our money, but her money is her money, right? She's earning for herself.
But it's not 50-50 if his money is our money and your money is yours.
Young. I see a couple older women, well, they look old. If they're not old, they look old. But I see a lot of, it's mainly younger, the younger generation. What, Gen Z? It's Gen Z.
So not only does this expose a very selfish mentality of only wanting to take and never wanting to give, but it actually goes much deeper than that, since as women are starting to make more and more money, they are now shaming men for making less than them, claiming that if a woman is more educated or earns more than a guy, then she's dating down.
Women dating down, which means, you know, a man who...
dating down. Women dating down, right? I heard the saying a lot. So women dating down is bad, but they would want the men to date down. What?
Down.
Women dating down, which means, you know, a man who...
dating down.
This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, and I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So, okay.
It should go.
Go ahead, doctor. All right. So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, you know, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one, right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal and because you're dating down.
I hate that.
But the men are
People
supposed
who
to
say
date
this nonsense are the same people who
what
celebrate
is this?
a guy
What is this
stepping
talk
down
show
from
right
a
here?
job
What is
to
this?
support the career of his wife, but then make fun of.
I think that this, along with social media, this show right here, along with social media, is planting that seed in a lot of women, because you get these high class women that push their lifestyle in the faces of everyone else, and they're like, well, she has it, so I want it, type deal.
Men in general who are stay-at-home dads. The hypocrisy is truly.
Hold on, what do you say about that stay-at-home dads? Let's leave it. Hold on.
Are the same people who will celebrate a guy stepping down from a job to support the career of his wife, but then make fun of men in general who are stay-at-home dads. The hypocrisy is truly astonishing, and this is why I always say don't fall for the propaganda trap. Now, the second reason why this six-figure obsession makes no sense at all is that at this point it has basically become a brand, a sort of status symbol, mostly used by people who have no idea what the value of money even is.
At 100, like 500 grand? Is that a lot?
Yeah, people like.
Is that a lot? A couple things might be wrong with her. Like she's just born rich, or never had to buy anything for herself, or just period, or never looked at prices. Right? You just go out there and swipe. So they don't know that, they don't have the concept of money.
Money even is.
At 100, like 500 grand? Is that a lot?
Or she's
Yeah,
acting dumb.
people like that. Now, the irony of it all is that most millennials and Gen Z couples will actually have two incomes, which means that the family household can easily surpass $100,000, and thus they can easily live a very comfortable life together. That is, of course, if they actually get together and become a couple. Because this whole six-figure obsession, together with other ridiculous dating standards and overall just terrible dating advice, is leading to an ever-increasing group of women chasing a tiny group of high six-figure or even seven-figure men to then complain that they are getting played and discarded by those same men. This is exactly how you get situated.
The group is small. You could be lucky and find one. They're gonna be old. The six-figure, seven-figure guys out there, they exist. They're gonna be old, or they're gonna be a bachelor, and you're gonna just be one of his women. You'll take it, and you'll go.
They are getting played and discarded by those same men. This is exactly how you get situations like the Tinder swindler. By the way, this was just one guy playing a handful of women, and they make a whole Oscar-worthy movie about this, blasting it across every single news station.
Just at that
while at the same time, millions of men worldwide are getting tricked into paying child support for kids that aren't even theirs.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and to pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him except for one time when we took the DNA test.
Anyways, this
That's
all
wild.
comes down to
That's
social
wild.
media brainwashing people into thinking that six-figure incomes are the norm and that anything less is living in poverty. Demanding that your partner makes a certain amount of money or has a certain level of wealth only makes sense when you actually come from money. It's understandable that if you have a $10 million net worth, that you might want a partner that has at least $2 million of net worth, so that you can feel as if money isn't the reason that they're dating you.
Right.
However, demanding a minimum of $100,000 a year of income for a guy when you yourself only make $40,000 makes absolutely zero sense. This was Six Figure Madness. Please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos.
That's wild, guys. Hey, I learned a lot today about what may or may not be going on in the world. This is crazy. If you see what you see and you like what you like, go ahead and make sure you smash the subscribe button, followed by that thumbs up button. Help me get to 6 figures so I can start being a masculine guy. Got to increase my masculinity. Go ahead and get this video up and around so I can make them at 6 figures, guys.